What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags, and here we are again with another video today on the channel, talking about Newcastle United transfers. We've already had a video up talking about, of course, the Diego Carlos moves with Sevilla. We are now going to be talking about yet again more transfer news on Newcastle United's transfers. Of course, we're going to be looking at the rumours coming out of La Liga's El Nacional paper, saying that Newcastle have put in a £42 million bid. Yeah, you heard it right, £42 million to bring Eden Hazard back to the Premier League. But unfortunately, it looks like, Hazard does not want to join Newcastle United. He's snubbed the deal, even though Real Madrid accepted the £42 million deal. Of course, Real Madrid want to get him off the books. He's on a huge chunk of their wage budget, over 400 grand. He's getting at Real Madrid, so they definitely want to get him off the books. So they've accepted the deal of £42 million, but Eden Hazard said that he does not want to play for Newcastle. He does not want to play in the black and white in Newcastle. He wants to play for a big player. I'm guessing he wants to move back to Chelsea. If that happens, I don't think it will, because Eden Hazard, in my eyes, he isn't quite the player that he was when he left Chelsea. He's had a lot of injury problems over there in La Liga. He's not wanting to really play for Real Madrid neither, by the looks of it. So, in my eyes, if he's turned down the move to Newcastle United, then fair be it. At the end of the day, you don't want players like that coming to this club. We don't want players like that coming and playing for Newcastle. We want players that are going to come here, and put on that black and white shirt and every weekend, and put their heart and soul into it. Like Kieran Trippier, he has come in and he has dug deep and he's getting involved, and he's proved it, with his stats. If you've seen it up on my social media accounts over on Twitter, you will have seen a one that I put up where he's gotten the most passes in the game against Watford. And he's just dug deep since he's come in as well, Kieran Trippier. And that's the kind of players we want. At this moment in time, we need players like that who are willing to dig deep, fight for the team, fight to survive. We need warriors. We cannot be doing with people that are just going to come in, sit there and collect a paycheck. And if Eden Hazard has snubbed a deal to Newcastle United, then at the end of the day, it's up to him. Allow him, just let him do that if he wants to, because we don't need players like that at this club. We need players that are going to be able to fight. But moving on from the Eden Hazard news, we are going to be talking about another deal which does look like it could happen. And of course, the player is very, very willing to come by the sounds of it. He definitely wants to move to the Premier League, and you might have guessed it by the thumbnail of the video. It is Ousmane Dembele of Barcelona. Newcastle are working to convince Ousmane Dembele to sign for, of course, Newcastle in this January transfer window. There has been talks already begun between Barcelona and Newcastle to try and reach an agreement before, of course, 31st of January on, of course, our transfer deadline day. And if we could get somebody like Ousmane Dembele to Newcastle United, that would be absolutely fantastic. If he's going to dig deep, he's going to fight for Newcastle. He's going to, be willing to get out there, get involved, get his hands dirty. He could be an absolute game changer for an absolute game changer. Especially if you look at the likes of Alan Saint-Maximin on one wing, Ousmane Dembele on the other wing, and then, you have the injured Callum Wilson coming back. Even Chris Wood, is the striker. Them balls service coming in from the likes of Ousmane Dembele, Maxi, Kieran Trippier into the likes of, Callum Wilson and Chris Wood in that attacking role. And even if we're, signing an attacker, we could still sign another attacker yet as well, with that news still circulating around Newcastle wanting to bring in Hugo Ekitike from Reims. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens on that. But if we can get somebody like Ousmane Dembele, then we can get pretty much anybody, because he is a really big name in the world of football. He's a French international. He's absolutely fantastic, and obviously Barcelona want to get rid of him off of their wage bill. Just like Real Madrid, we should be looking at this market. This is where we should be looking in La Liga, at clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, looking at their players, because these clubs need to trim their wage bill. We should be going in there looking at the very best of their players and trying to poach them away from Barcelona and Real Madrid. Use it to our advantage, because these clubs need the money. These clubs need the money badly. Real Madrid are in financial trouble right now. They need money badly. We should be looking at their best players to bring them to Newcastle United. Same with Barcelona. We should be looking at their best players to try and bring them to Newcastle United. The same with the likes of Bayern Munich as well. We should be looking at some of their best players. They're in financial trouble. There's a lot of clubs out there right now in the top elite of European football that are in financial trouble. We should be looking at their clubs to try and take away their best players. Obviously, if we're putting a really good offer for them, then they are going to be more than willing to come, you would expect. There's Nicky Zul at Bayern Munich. He would be absolutely fantastic. Immediately would step into Newcastle's lineup. It would immediately improve our defensive lineup straight away if we could get somebody like a Nicky Zul to Newcastle. Ousmane Dembele would immediately improve our lineup. Eden Hazard probably would improve our lineup, but if he doesn't want to come here, then we don't want him. Simple as, because we only want players that are willing to fight for this club, are willing to put their heart and soul into the efforts out there on the pitch on a weekend, because we need it badly. We need to stay in this Premier League, and I've got the full faith and hope and confidence in the brand new owners and Eddie Howe that we can survive in this Premier League with the right investment, with the right players coming through the door. We can survive this season, and we can push on for the next season. And the future ahead looks very, very bright for Newcastle United, and we've just got to keep a hold of that Premier League status for the next season. We cannot do with going down into the Championship, because it's going to be a wasted year down there. It'll be a wasted year of, the plans moving forward with this club. We need to get rid of the rot that is in this club. We need to get rid of a lot of the players. If you look at the fact that you look back to, I believe it's September 2016, Newcastle United still have quite a big chunk of players that played in the game against Aston Villa back then, and Aston Villa don't have a single one, to my knowledge, in that squad, from the 2016 squad. And that just shows you how much the neglect was by the likes of Mike Ashley, how much wasted money when it was invested, which there was very little investment, but when it was invested, it was wasted on players that, couldn't do anything for it. Players like Joselu, Emmanuel Riviere, players like that, just players who were never going to actually amount to anything at Newcastle United. But, now we've got a chance to improve that. We've got a chance to move forward as a club, and we can't let we're being relegated to the Championship stop at the first hurdle, and allow a delay in that plan to move forward. We need to stay in the Premier League, and I have the utmost confidence that we will stay in the Premier League, given the right investment, bringing the right players in through the door. And, like I say, if we can get somebody like Ousmane Dembele through the door at Newcastle United, Diego Carlos through the door at Newcastle United, we can improve this season immensely. Them players would immediately up our chances of survival in the Premier League. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, like, share, subscribe to 100% Mags. Hit that barcode hit the side to subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second to do, and it's completely free. It also helps the channel to reach a wider audience. Until next time, I'll see you all later, and make sure to keep an eye out for more videos on the channel, and I'll see you next time. However, lads.